morning. I'm trying to keep my eyes on the road as I talk with you this morning. I pray everyone is having a great morning, that you are all up in your glory this morning, giving God thanks for another day we have never seen before. Asking God for our traveling grace, oh God. That God will keep our homes protected in our absence. That God will cover our children as they are in the school building. That God will cover each and every last one of our loved ones as they go into their workplace or wherever they whereabouts may be. And may God continue to keep us blessed and in favor. And also Robert Sylvester Kelly, oh God. We not gonna forget about him. Lord, let it be a victory for Jennifer Bonjean that she was able to, you know, vindicate her client in the fight that she put up in the courtroom. Oh Lord, this battle is not ours, but we just know that it is yours, oh God. It was a mob hit on this man's career. It's like everybody had some kind of corruption over his music. Everybody was getting paid, and even his attorneys that was supposed to be protecting him were also getting paid. Because I expressed that last night. May this word from my heart, meditation from my mouth. Meditation from my heart and the words from my mouth be acceptable in thy sight, Lord. You are my strength and my redeemer. In Jesus' name, I seal and live at that prayer. Amen. Good morning. Good morning. I can't really look at the I see you in there. I'm gonna say good morning. I see you in there because I'm looking at the road, but I'm gonna be talking to you guys as you come on in. Come on in. Please hit the like button. If you are viewing this channel, please like, share, subscribe to my channel. I hope you enjoy being here with me, Casey McDaniel. Well, like I was saying, I was just last night before I laid down to rest. I didn't even wait for my husband to have this discussion, but I was so exhausted driving, for the training yesterday in Maryland. And when I don't know where you're going, it's frustrating when you on a road and you get lost and you gotta turn back. And it was just crazy. But anyway, y'all, as I was saying about Robert Sylvester Kelly before, things just was pouring into me from the Lord. And I just looked at things and I said, this man went through 3 years of this torture and this abuse and the power of people to sit in high places and with their wickedness and to gang up on this man and to mob hit him like that for music and money and greed. And it was just so much was just going through. I was just like, the police officer cars right there in front of me, county police on top of that. But I was just thinking about it. I said, all these years, for 30 years of this man actually been abusing young girls, why didn't they ever just say, look, we got to prove that this is actually happening. We're going to fight this in court. This has happened. All these lawsuits coming at him. And they say he giving them hush money. He giving them hush money. When Robert Sylvester Kelly doesn't really understand contracts. He doesn't really understand, the business of his music, like the things that's going on. Like, he was not able to have that type of power to write music, do concerts, and everything else, and also pay off victims and settlements and everything with lawsuits. Those were his attorneys doing those things without even being clear to him, like, look, Mr. Kelly, this has gone on so many times with you. The rumors are out there. We want to stop the rumors. We want to do this because we want to protect you. We're not going to send any hush money until we really find out to battle this stuff in the courtroom, that they are showing evidence that any of these things have really happened. They just went on and just gave out money. They was just giving out money to all kinds of people. They were bringing the women. They were paying the women. They was telling the women to do these acts with him. And then on top of that, after things like, Robert Sylvester Kelly didn't comply or whatever with them, they want to say he raped them or he took advantage of them and they were minors or whatever, when he probably didn't even touch half of these women. Now, the only woman I think he may have had any kind of real physical sexual encounter with, to be honest with you, physically, is his wife Drea and maybe Lisa Van Allen. I could just say those are the two women because Lisa Van Allen, of course, she got involved with him when she was 18. She, she was 18. But I don't believe the rest of those women. Not even like, well, Azarel, she came like in the end, her and Joy, they got their little part to make everything go towards a RICO for him in his New York trial. And I think Azarel family and everything came in like at the tail of it when they was like, the docuseries gonna come out. We want to stick her in there so you can also get, you know what I'm saying? That was how it seemed to me. So, and then this lying about her age or whatever, this, that, and the other. Them lawyers of Sony and of the music industry, they all was in on it, and they all was paying these people. I'm sorry. So Jennifer Jean, I'm glad she documented things in this fight, and she pointed out a lot of things that were, to me, what she did, and she called them out on all the stuff. The young lady that said that she met him at such and such a time, and she described the kind of drink he gave her and Hypnotic, and at the time that drink wasn't even on the market. So she made sure she documented it. Everything that they testified against, it all is going to be in an appeal. If the jurors don't find him, if these jurors do not find him, you know what I'm saying, not guilty, okay? If they don't find him not guilty, I'm not going to say he's guilty because he's not guilty. And all through this whole entire career, this man has been the victim. I'm sorry. And I stand on that. He's been the victim. Because I'm looking like he's supposed to have adequate legal legal counseling and adequate, people, even when he done interviews and they wanted to discuss anything about his trial, his case, whatever, there was supposed to be some kind of legal assistant there with him. There was supposed to be an attorney. He was supposed to have an attorney. He was never supposed to do any interview, just go out there and just speak on things and get caught off guards like that without somebody there sitting right beside him representing him. I'm sorry, that's the messy part. And I'm glad Jennifer Bonjean caught a lot of stuff. She kept calling a mistrial, and the judge of them would not allow it to go on, a mistrial, and she pointed out every reason why there should be a mistrial. She already documented it in emotions and everything, why there should be a mistrial. So Robert's going to get out of this, but it was a lot of, to me, injustice, and it was a lot of criminal. They orchestrated a criminal RICO, whatever type of organization, I would say, behind his music. I swear to you not. This one man did not do these things. And Daryl McDavid, they want to put them in there just in case things got really fired up in the courtroom, that they could just throw Robert under the bus. You know what I'm saying? That's how dirty these people are. That's how dirty they are. Barry Hankerson, they're going to call him in the last minute, and the judge just said, no, you're not going to do a rebuttal. But Barry Hankerson should have been on that trial in Chicago. Okay? He should have been on that trial in Chicago. Then they tried the thing with Aaliyah, and that's when the judge was like, no, this ain't going to even happen. He told them we ain't gonna even talk about her no more. Judge, what's his name, just like told them to go somewhere with all of that. And I'm glad he did. He's like, let's just move this thing along. You know what I'm saying? I'm just praying and hoping that this man will get a win-win on this federal case in Chicago, and also his case will have to be appealed in New York, and also the state cases or whatever, they will all be just like, go away. Just go away. Let this man have his liberty and be able to be reconciled with his family, his children, and his children's children. And I said his children. I'm talking about like his daughter just having a newborn, his firstborn grand, that he'll be able to enjoy being a grandfather and given that second chance in life to be a parent, and be there for his own children. and Drea just go somewhere. All right, she want to be around. She could be around. She could have her joint custody, grandmother, whatever, joint custody, but not in Robert. Why? Not while Robert is around the children. The children can just be with him on his time, and she can be with them on her time. You know, they can both co-parent or whatever the heck they want to do as far as making arrangements with their grand. But I don't think, he should be a part of anything. If Robert want to do something with the kids or celebrate his grandson's christening, because I know he probably going to try to do something like that. He going to make sure he put the oil and everything on his grandbaby. His life ain't going to go on with this kind of mess. And he going to really push hard for his children to get their, reach their educational goals. And he's going to really, I know if he ever be around his grandchild or whatever like that, that grandchild is going to definitely have a whole lot of restrictions when it comes to the grandfather. Because he ain't going to never he went through this whole thing, to make it better for his kids. And they don't never have to end up in that kind of situation or end up in an industry like the music industry did to him. They did a horrible thing to him. Very horrible. To destroy this man. But you know what? They can't take away the man is gifted with his musical gifted talents and everything for all the music he wrote throughout his entire career for other artists and the things he's done and the way they just gave away his music without even his consent. Songs that they claimed that Robert wrote for them, but Robert wrote them songs for himself, and they just took away from Robert. They just took what they wanted to take. Gave it to the gospel artists, gave it to Kirk Franklin, gave it to this one, gave it to that one. They just took advantage of him in that music industry. Of his disadvantages that he had. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's what this world will do to you. They will try to take advantage of you, just like me. I'm or whatever, but I'm very, I have a lot of trust issues. I really do. I don't trust nobody. I really don't. Not even my own husband. I don't trust him either. I don't trust nobody. Because this world is wicked, man. You just got people out here, they just get greedy, they get selfish, they get jealous of you, they turn on you, they flip on you, they make up lies about you or whatever like that to try to ruin you. It's just you never know who's who these days. And it's always been that, I guess it's always been that way. Me and my husband, we still know, it's only been 9 years. Okay? It's only been 9 years. Anything could happen. Anything can happen. Anything is possible. For real, for real. I don't put nothing past anybody. Not even family, siblings, whatever. People can just be the way they are. I try my best to try to be, I trust, when I say trust, I mean, I don't let people get too close to me, into everything that I do. Every little move that I make or whatever. I don't tell everybody all my business. And okay, I have to read a message here, y'all. I'll read it later because it's coming up in my on my dashboard here, but I don't want to put my business out there. But anyway, yeah, you just got to be careful. You really just got to be careful. All of this taught me something. And the more money you have, the more problems you're going to get. Okay? Ain't nobody no real friend when you got money. Can't trust nobody. Like I said, I did this whole thing. I didn't do this for Robert. I didn't do this for myself. I did this for Robert Sylvester Kelly to put, put information out there that can be helpful in this fight against the injustice he was served. Seeing things that some people may have overlooked and haven't really discussed about his trial. And every time you find something new and different, like the attorneys now is coming out, they weren't there really protecting his music. And Steve Greenberg, from the time everything was happening, you notice that when Robert did that interview, Steve was supposed to be right there with Robert. But he kept saying, oh, I wasn't there. But I understand he was there, but he sent Robert out there by himself. Then he went and hit again, and Daryl Baby Powder, whatever his name, the black dude, he went on a platform on one of the NBC, CBS, or whatever platforms, to talk about, he been to the apartment, he had been there, he saw the girls, and everybody seemed fine, and nobody seemed to be, abused in any kind of way and being starved or whatever. And nobody seemed to have been the victim. And then he turns around and say, "Oh well, if it was my daughter," some stuff he said about being with a predator or whatever like that. And he said he wasn't saying Robert was a predator. He was just trying to make it clear that if a man is known as a predator, why would you even have your daughter? That's what he was really trying to say. You know about his music, you know about his reputation, whatever, but you still gonna let your daughter go work under him with music. Maybe, and Daryl just didn't say it in the right way, but then Steve Greenberg, he was supposed to be sitting on that platform talking and defending Robert Sylvester Kelly, not Daryl. He made it look like Daryl, and then turned around and fired Daryl, okay, to make it look like, oh, Daryl messed up. But knowing that it was really him supposed to be the attorney, if he had Robert at his best interest, he was supposed to be the representative for Robert. So it was a lot of stuff people didn't really, now people starting to see, and people were saying he can't be trusted, and somehow or the other, what's his name, ain't been out saying anything lately, Don Russell. And then people started pointing the fingers at Don Russell, and we thought Don Russell was really trying to bullshit us and trying to be a scammer or somebody. But Don Russell was really, really out there to help Robert Sylvester Kelly and to get information out there to his supporters. So they start putting things on him, saying he was stealing Robert's music, and he was doing some chasty stuff, money from Robert and whatever like that, Don Russell. So I think Don Russell, and I'm sorry, and I apologize myself, I think Don Russell really had Robert Sylvester Kelly in his best interest, and we couldn't, because it was just so many crooks that was surrounded, and so many snakes, and so many bad people. You can't tell the good from the evil ones. But now that he has shut up, and nobody really has seen him on any platforms talking or saying anything about Robert, because he got into some legal shit himself. But now I see. You know what I'm saying? Because he was the one that first pointed out to us that Steve Greenberg was a snake. Don Russell was the first person who spoke on as a representative for Robert Sylvester Kelly, telling the supporters and his fans and everything the man was a snake. He didn't have Robert at his best. He was not there for the best interest for Robert Sylvester Kelly. And he even had some certain platforms set up with Robert Sylvester Kelly's supporters, who were actually thirsty ass criminals themselves, to bash Don Russell, and also to incriminate Robert Sylvester Kelly. And they bad people. You can just tell by the way they were moving on these platforms. You could tell by the way they were moving on these platforms and the stuff they've been saying on these platforms, and the attacks they've been making on people, that these people were all set up by, they were the lower class of the criminals, that had felonies and stuff like that. Men and women on these platforms. And I've been saying something ain't right about these supporters. Something ain't right about them. And if you look at the timing that they came out on their platform, to represent for Robert Sylvester Kelly, and then that some of them had gotten quiet and went away. After the trial started, they got quiet and went away. I've been watching things. I've been watching things like, where is this person? And all of a sudden, when the trial is over, whatever, they come popping up again. You know what I'm saying? So all of that was already set up to infiltrate in the Robert Sylvester Kelly support group. Every last one of them, if you notice, that's been doing this beefing and the crazy shit here on YouTube, every last one of them got a criminal past, a criminal background. They got a record. Serious stuff. For real, for real. And they mixed in with the old Cobb people. So, I'm just saying, y'all. But if you've been watching closely, and you notice how they have all these followers and people just continue to follow them. I'm not going to, and the thing is that It's the men as well as the women. And these are all people been set up the the government to do this. Because they were given lesser charges or they were given immunity. And they got on these platforms to infiltrate the Robert Sylvester Kelly. Look at this shit here. Thank God I'm paying attention. They got into it so that they could infiltrate this group and really make it seem that Robert Sylvester Kelly, you know, if you listening to them, you can hear some of the things they talking about and the stuff that they do to grab the attention of people to come to their videos. Some thirsty ass, desperate ass criminals. Yep. This truck in the way. Why this shit is in the damn middle of the street anyway on a day like today, a busy day like today. Had to, oh God, and I'm on the wrong side anyway. But anyway, y'all, we get back into this conversation. Let me pay attention to what's going on this road. I don't want to have any accident. Please, Lord, not. Sometimes these people don't want to let you over. Yeah, I hate when I see a freaking truck. Because, see, I took the local street today. I wasn't messing with that highway. That's why I told them I'm running late. Because I took the local street. I wasn't messing with the highway because yesterday there was a really bad accident that was being investigated on the highway. And that had detoured a lot of traffic. You know, look at this man trying to flirt with me in his little truck. Oh, he's not a hell. But anyway... Not my type. But I still be nice and wave. You know what I'm saying? Still be nice. You know, never know. People get crazy. You'll talk to them that they want to hurt you. Yeah, so like I was saying and everything, just watch these platforms. Watch how they moving. You know, once you learn that they have a past and a criminal past and everything, and you don't see them getting up going to work, do you? They stay on, they got this thing, you know, they getting paid some kind of way. Yep. These platforms was already arranged and set up for them. So anyway, y'all, I gotta go. Love you. Be blessed. Be safe. Peace.